Hey guys, Cosmic CTF here and welcome to a brand new video where today we are back with the we are back with another video, and today we are doing the first episode of a new series I'm going to be starting on this channel, and that is best class setup for Modern Warfare. Now, if many of you guys know, Modern Warfare has been out, I think maybe a month nearly as you see in this, but yeah, basically the game's almost been out a month, and I'm pretty much level 55, I'm level 52 as we speak to be exact, but yeah, basically what I'm going to do is go through some of my favourite weapons in this series that I use on a daily basis, and I'm going to give you what I use on each weapon. So for example, today we're doing the M4A1. Next week, maybe, I think we're going to do these things every week, hopefully. I'm going to do the MP5, and then I want to do, I think, what was it, the Kilo 141, I think? Yeah. But after, yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing for the next few weeks, but I've already made a thumbnail. It's already looking pretty sweet, but yeah. Basically, once every week, I'm going to be going through what guns I have on my profile and how I use them, so all the attachments I use, camos, stuff like that, the secondaries, and how I just lay out the class, basically. So yeah, without further ado, we're just going to get straight into it. Today, we're doing the M4A1 assault rifle. So here you can see my class as a whole, but we're going to move on now to what you've actually come here waiting for, which is of course the attachment. So here we go. The first thing you notice, we have a tactical suppressor on here. Now I chose this one because the pro is sound suppression, and but it does have cons in this game. That's one thing I do like. All the attachments have pros and cons. It gives you sound suppression, but it reduces your aim down sight speed and the aim walking steadiness. Now, I chose this in opposition to the lightweight suppressor, which the description was lightweight aluminium suppressor sacrifices range for stealth and agility, which basically gives you sound suppression again, but it reduces your damage range, which is something I really didn't want on my assault rifle. I wanted to be able to melt at both short and long ranges, which is why I chose the tactical suppressor in the end. And yeah, moving on. For the barrel, we have the stock M16 Grenadier barrel, which basically says heavy duty 20-inch barrel greatly increases muzzle velocity and extended range. So as you see, for the pros, we have increased damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control, which is always good. But then for the cons, you've got aim down sight speed and movement speed, which I can sacrifice a little bit of those. You get a good damage range from it, you get a good bullet velocity, and you get a good recoil control. Up next, we have a rather simple one, which is the Cronen LP945 mini reflex sight. Now, this is a circular reflex frame with Cronen from Cronen, keeps this focus on the target. So it's basically a red dot sight, a reflex sight, whatever you want to call it, from past Call of Duty games. Now, the pros of this are the precision sight picture, which is basically it's accurate, increases your accuracy, as you can see here. But the cons are aim down sight speed is sacrificed, which I can deal with. You can like pull your sights up and you get your hip fire spread starts to tighten, and you can still fire, but you are technically still hip firing, so that may work as well in my favour. So the next thing we have on the M4A1 is the granulated grip tape. Smooth and granulated tape for a relaxed and controlled grip. Keeps you steady and on target. Now I chose this in opposition to the rubberized grip because the rubberized grip does reduce recoil. However, at a cost of this, aiming stability is just absolutely knocked off the chart, and that's not what we want. We want to be accurate with this thing. So we just got the granulated grip tape, which basically just gives you aiming stability and walking steadiness, which is always good for us. And then walking movement speed is reduced, but only by a tiny amount. So yeah, and that is that, and we're moving on to the final attachment, which is the Mercenary foregrip. Now, the description of this says, extended foregrip reduces vertical recoil and provides stability from the hip for a fast-paced guerrilla tactics. Now, the pros of this are recoil control and hip fire accuracy, so then when the grip didn't give us recoil control. This mercenary foregrip actually does. And then hip fire accuracy, which is what I was mentioning before, when you go to pull up your sights and you don't get them fully up, but you start firing anyway, so you can get some shots in from the hip, and then you get the sights in and you get a headshot or something. So the cons of this are aim walking movement speed is reduced and aim down sight speed is reduced, but we are fine with that. So overall you get more of a weapon performance that looks a lot like this, which is pretty decent for an assault rifle. You can get some close range encounters in there. And yeah, we're going to move on now to the perk setup. Now the perks are very important in Call of Duty. Now perk 1 is always dedicated to Scavenger for me. I cannot run anything other than Scavenger for perk 1. Like honestly, it's a necessity. For perk 2 we have Hardline, which is just making kill streaks cost 1 less kill. Which I always do anyway, because otherwise kills, like a UAV is like 4 kills, and 3 kills is the maximum I'm ever going to get for a UAV. That's literally how it works. So, and then the final one, we've got Tune Up, which it reduces the charge time of field upgrades by 33%, which is down by a third. So for the rest of the class, I have a Semtex grenade, flash grenades, and the Desert Eagle equipped, but you guys can have whatever you want. It's very much a subjective sort of thing. If you want to have a throwing knife, if you want to have a frag grenade, if you want to have a stun grenade, if you want to have the 1911, it's up to you really. But yeah, that's going to be it for this week's episode of Best Class Setup. If you did enjoy, please do like and subscribe. Next week we will be covering the MP5 submachine gun, and yeah, hopefully you guys will enjoy. But yeah, this has been Cosmic CTF, and I'll see you all in the next one.